Hello, we are Bianca Manuela Sandu and Constantina Konstantinidi, lecturers at the University of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, the Department of Modern Philology, Translation and Interpreting. In this presentation, we are going to talk about the impact of overseas experience on lexical availability in English and Spanish as foreign languages. Traditionally, traveling has been regarded as a way to explore self-identity. Studies bring to light findings related to study abroad which have to do with changes in self-identity, personality and adaptability, tolerance, flexibility, self-esteem, autonomy, confidence, attitude toward diverse cultures and concern for others. The present study attempts to inquire into the impact of traveling to a target language country, Spanish and English, on the vocabulary available to two groups of students. Traveling is understood as any type of contact with a target language country, even when done with families, and the main purpose is to visit a place. With regard to lexical availability studies, these were undertaken in France as a means to be able to advance more effectively in the field of teaching French as a foreign language. This initial research focus has been further expanded not only to explore lexical acquisition in other languages, but also to offer to other factors affecting learning, which have enhanced our understanding of the process of vocabulary building and the way in which a wide range of variables might affect language acquisition. The research questions we address are as follows. What is the impact of the variable having visited a target language country on the number of words English L2, Spanish L2 learners produce? And what is the relation between the variable having visited a target language speaking country and the type of vocabulary students retrieve when asked to think of food and drinks and entertainment? Does their overseas experience exert any cultural influence? The 76 18-year-old student with a B2 level of Spanish who carried out the survey in 2008 in their last year of upper secondary school were studying Spanish as a foreign language in the bilingual upper secondary schools Miguel de Cervantes, Julia Hashdeu, and Mijail Sadovanu, where they had up to 6 hours of Spanish L2 per week. They were all native speakers of Romanian. On the other hand, the 79 English major students were in the second academic year of the degree in modern languages at the University of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. They were all native speakers of Spanish with English as their second language. The obligatory integrated skills course they were doing required an entry level of B1 plus with a B2 exit level if successful. Lexical availability was assessed using paper-based tests containing several lexical domains. For each one, participants were allowed a total time interval of 2 minutes to write down as many words that came to their mind when thinking of each of these topics. The available vocabulary items noted down in the lexical availability test by our informants were digitally transferred and edited. The IBM SPSS program statistical package for the social sciences version 25.0 and the formula developed by Gallego in 2014 were used in order to carry out more sophisticated analysis such as correlations or linear regressions. A first analysis of the number of words indicates that English L2 students wrote considerably more tokens and types than their Spanish L2 counterparts. The mean of tokens is almost 3 times higher in the English L2 group in the entertainment topic, although the cohesion index is quite similar in both keywords. Furthermore, both students of English L2 and Spanish L2 who traveled to a target language speaking country retrieved more vocabulary than those who did not. And yet, the percentages of students who did not travel to a target speaking country but retrieved a large amount of vocabulary are considerably large, especially in the Spanish L2 group. The qualitative analysis of the keyword food and drinks brings to light a large percentage of common words between subgroups of each L2 language. That is 74% of the words written by Spanish-speaking students and 76% of the words retrieved by Romanian-speaking students are common to students who claimed they underwent or not overseas experience. It should also be noted that 48% of all Spanish L2 and English L2 learners activated the same vocabulary. Students who visited a Spanish-speaking country include vocabulary related to its culture, such as plátano, sangría, chorizo, salchichón, bocadillo, marisco, pastel, although both groups include three of the most common words related to the culture of the target language, that are paella, tortilla, tequila. This difference is not observed in the English L2 group. The number of common words to the two subgroups in the topic entertainment is also quite high, that is 69% in the Spanish L2 sample and 65% in the English L2 one. And the percentage of words shared by all the students is 54%. Romanian Spanish students seem to have made a different interpretation of this topic, which might be due to their age, 18 versus 20 years old, or their education level, upper secondary school students versus university students. For instance, Spanish L2 learners write more sports vocabulary, whereas English L2 students write more words related to leisure time and relaxation, sleep, cinema, television, reading, film, video games, do yoga, walk. With regard to the lexicon related to technology, Spanish L2 learners who did not visit a Spanish-speaking country include internet, watch television, and television, while students who went to such a country do not. These are the only words related to the media, which could indicate that the use of the internet and the new technologies was still in its infancy in 2008 in Romania. Similarly, while it is true that all English L2 students include words related to the internet, such as internet, Netflix, YouTube, series, social network, or media, students who never went to an English-speaking country include many more words of this kind, such as mobile phone, TV program, Twitter, Instagram, HBO, K-pop, talk show, YG entertainment, SM entertainment, K-dramas, etc. The quantitative analysis shows, on the one hand, that English L2 students activate much more vocabulary than their Spanish L2 counterparts, and on the other hand, that students who underwent international experience wrote more words than their peers in both groups. Nevertheless, binary logistic regression indicates that a great percentage of the students who never went abroad write a considerable amount of words, which might be due to a positive L2 learning experience in the classroom. The qualitative analysis brings to light several interesting findings. 1. The influence of culture in the Spanish L2 group when activating vocabulary about food and drinks, as the group who has been to a Spanish-speaking country wrote more words as sangría, chorizo, salchichón, marisco. A different interpretation of the topic entertainment in the two samples, as Spanish L2 learners related to sports, while English L2 students related to leisure time and rest. And 3, the importance of the internet in the English L2 group, especially to learners who never visited an English-speaking country, as they activated many more words related to this kind. Interestingly, these words were not retrieved by their peers who did undergo overseas experience in a target language-speaking country. This might reveal the impact the internet has on informal learning on both groups, and especially on the one who never went to an English-speaking country. The lack of difference in the two subgroups in terms of the amount of the vocabulary could be due to their online international exposure and to the ability of identifying and being in contact with an international community in which English is the new lingua franca. This seems to motivate and allow them to travel virtually to any English-speaking place and hence to expand their vocabulary. Thank you very much for your attention.